Few weeks ago, 2024 has concluded, and for many people, it was an opportunity to set their goals for this year. Some people want to lose weight, others want to learn a new language, and many people want to start exercising. But us Zwifters probably do not need to make exercising a New Year's resolutions, do we? However, that doesn't mean that there are no challenges for us. In this video, I'm going to talk about 6 hardest things that you can challenge yourself with on Zwift in 2025. Number 6. Reaching level 100. Now, this is a challenge I have not even completed myself, and the only reason it is number 6 is because it is the only challenge on this list that is not associated with any immediate discomfort or pain. Still, it takes 807,000 experience points to reach level 100. Which for a new account translate to over 1300 hours of riding. But even if you do not have a fresh account, this challenge is going to give you super hard time. On the screen right now, you can see how long it will roughly take you from your level to reach level 100. So in order to make this your 2025 challenge, you either need to be already quite far ahead, or you will need to simply ride a lot. Number 5. Up the Zwift under an hour. Now, for many people, this is sort of a bucket list challenge, but even if you already done that, you can still challenge yourself to go 10 minutes faster than is your PR. The main difficulty of this challenge lies in the need to do super long, super sustained, hard effort. Also, the most difficult part is the bottom of the climb, which means that if you overdo the effort right from the start when you are fresh, your attempt is going to be over way before you even realize it. For me, the good rule of thumb is when my legs start to hurt roughly at the halfway point in the climb. When that's the case, I know that I am doing the correct pace for my best effort on the day, whatever it is. Number 4. A proper 20-minute FTP test. Now, this one looks pretty easy on the paper, right? But trust me, if you do this one correctly, it's one of the most horrible experiences that you can have in cycling. In fact, it is so bad that I've only done it once myself, shortly after I started Zwifting. And I simply decided that I like myself too much to put myself through this kind of pain ever again. There are 2 caveats to this, and failing either one of them will dramatically decrease the difficulty of this challenge. Firstly, you need to use the correct protocol. The one recommended by Dr. Andrew Coggan calls for 5-minute all-out effort shortly before doing the 20-minute test in order to deplete your anaerobic energy stores, which means that you are entering the 20-minute test already pre-fatigued, and let's be honest, doing 5-minute all-out effort before that just adds to the overall suckiness of this entire experience. The protocol that is available on Zwift does something similar. It calls for 3-minute interval at 110% of your set FTP and 2 minutes at 120% of your set FTP. This should do the job as well, but if you really want to do it properly, simply disable the erg mode for this workout and really hammer it during those 5 minutes. Secondly, the 20-minute interval should be real, honest, all-out effort. You still need to pace it, otherwise you will simply blow up, but if you do it correctly, you won't really like your life at about 10-minute mark. Number 3. Zwift Academy. Now, this is sort of a double-edged sword, because there is nothing really stopping you from doing the workouts easy and simply glossing over the hard and all-out intervals. Still, I did this program in 2023, and I can tell you that if you do these workouts correctly, it is by far the hardest training program available on Zwift. Each of the workouts have some sort of test included, and many times there is more than just one. Also, they are often tucked at the end of a hard workout, which means that you are going into these tests already pre-fatigued. I have to admit, I didn't actually do this in 2024 because as the program is designed for the talent hunting purposes, the workouts themselves do not give you any meaningful training stimulus, and neither they give you data that you can really interpret yourself. So if you want to do it, by all means do so, but treat it only as a challenge. Number 2. PRL full. PRL is the longest and arguably the most difficult route available on Zwift. It's 174 kilometers long and has over 2,500 meters of elevation. With those stats, it is similar to your average Tour de France stage, but you need to realize that you are doing it indoors, on a trainer, and on a 15-kilometer long loop. It's undeniably challenging physically, but even more so mentally. It's incredibly dull, incredibly boring, and when you are at a halfway point, you really cannot imagine doing the same thing once again. The temptation to quit is ever present and will stay with you until about the last 2 or 3 laps, by which time you will already see the finish line in sight and will probably make yourself to finish. If you decide to attempt this one, consider doing it in a group. Having done that just at the end of the December, I simply cannot imagine a scenario in which I would attempt to do this by myself. And number 1, Everesting. Of course, what else could it be? This is the ultimate cycling challenge. It's completely insane and brutal, and it will make you hurt really bad when you still have 6 or more hours to go. It will test your mental toughness like nothing else ever did, and will continue doing so over and over again throughout the whole challenge. But once you complete it, no one can take it from you. There is no need to redo it on a regular basis. You are in the Everesting Hall of Fame forever. So, what does it take? It's actually really simple. Pick any hill and write repeats on that hill until you reach 8,848 meters of vertical gain, the height of Mount Everest. For what it's worth, that's more than 29 laps on the grade, more than 8 laps on Alpe de Zwift, and more than 5 laps on Van Top. I would really recommend every cyclist to do this at least once in their life, but if you decide to do so, make sure you arrive at the start well prepared. And if you are wondering what does it take, I made an entire video describing my Everesting experience, tips and tricks, and you can watch it right here.